I'm Jack of Midlands Motorheads Radio, and I'm here with Normandie. Do you want us to introduce yourselves?
I'm Lucas, I play bass guitar.
I'm Philip, I do vocals.
I'm Håkan, I play guitar.
Cool. So it's only the second day of this tour. How's it been so far? Are you looking forward to the rest of it?
Oh yeah, well, we just came back from a European run with a different band, so me and Håkan, we flew home between the dates. We had like 5 days off, and the rest of the crew actually drove to London. So they're still on the, what is it, three weeks now? Yeah. So it's all good. But yeah, the second date of this tour, and it's just been a blast so far. I think this was the biggest show of this whole tour, I think, when it comes to capacity at least.
That's good. So how did you think the show went tonight then? Did you go well?
Amazing. I was shocked when we came back from stage. Yeah. I mean, we're supporting Hands Like Houses, and they have a pretty good turn up here, and we talked to Trenton before, and you know, going on stage, you don't know what to expect as a support band, but it was amazing. It was just crazy.
It was a good turnout, definitely.
Yeah, it was, but they were so amped up.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. Yeah.
Yeah. So touring life, what is the hardest thing about it for you guys?
Having coffee, but now we sorted that out.
Yeah.
We have a coffee machine in the van now, pouring it up all the time.
Yeah.
So what do you think some of the must-knows about touring to people that have not done it yet, like maybe to sort of new young bands?
That you don't always see the cities.
We've
been to Paris 3 times. Yeah, seen one room.
Yeah, we actually, last time we went to Paris, we got in a cab, drove to the Eiffel Tower, saw the Eiffel Tower for like 10 minutes, got in the cab, back to the venue, just to do something. I mean, after a while it gets kind of stressful that you're in these beautiful cities, and Berlin is one of those examples. We've been there 3 times, I think, and I've never seen that city. Really? Like nothing more than the venue and like 100 meters around it.
Sort of the roads, like.
Yeah.
But that's not what you asked for. You asked for an advice.
Advice.
Yeah, just enjoy. Enjoy the room you're seeing.
That's it. Talk to people, because if you don't get to see the city, at least you can get some kind of reflection from the people that are from the city.
So get a feel for it.
Ask them about the city and like how it's, how they think about it.
So you've recently moved record label over.
Yeah.
How's that been? What prompted the switch?
Actually, we only signed 1 album with the old label, and we had the decision, and we talked about it, like, should we sign another one, or should we try to find something else? Because we only signed in the US. We actually released Ingus worldwide ourselves, and we wanted to get someone covering like Europe and UK, because UK has sort of been like our second home. Like, we're from Sweden, but we actually have like a better turnout in London than we do in Stockholm. So we wanted to have some kind of representation there, and we were in the talks with some labels, and we had over Jamie Osman from Easy Life Records, and it was just something else. We just felt alive, and so far, I mean, the album is not out yet, but I'm safe to say that it's the best experience I've ever thought I was going to experience when it comes to a record label. Like, they're not the biggest label, but they're so nice to us, and they're very close to us.
They're treating you right.
They're treating us so good.
That's good. So your album is nearly out now. Are you nervous at all for its release?
6 days.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous at all, but I'm nervous that I'm like gonna be, because we have a studio in Stockholm, and we just started writing album number 3. So I'm kind of like nervous that I'll get over the hype about the second album too soon. Yeah. Like, I want to actually sit back and relax and actually like enjoy the reception and all that. But I'm afraid that I will just look away and look forward. So I'm gonna really push myself to enjoy it.
So how did this album come about? What was your influences and inspirations for it? Like some of the writing.
It's been like, we think with our first album, we had a dropout in members, and we had like 2 months to figure out what we were gonna do, because we had a European tour booked. So that album took like 3 months to write, record, and get out, you know. So with this next album, we talked about it, and we sat down and decided that we're gonna take the best parts of that album, because something in that has to be like 100% Normandy. Yeah. And we took the best part of that we felt was us, and we started building from that. And it's I think it's hard to talk about influences because during these past 2 years, I've been getting a lot into like podcasts. Okay. And music overall is not really a big part of my life when it comes to my headphones. Yeah. So it's hard to say like influences that way, but we've all grown up with different fans, and I can't pick one, but I'd say like John Mayer has been a big part of my like melody writing. And I guess like for you, What are your influences on them?
Wow. Can't tell. Like, just loads of different stuff. Same as he. Like, listening to podcasts and stuff like that.
Which is weird, I guess. Like, you're asking a band, like, what are your influences? We don't listen to music.
You're not really into music,
I mean, I listen to music, but I don't think it has influences on our music.
So who would you listen to then if you was going to listen to music?
I'd listen to Tycho, John Mayer, like anything that I grew up listening to, like Toto, Offspring, you know.
Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World is a
Taking Back Sunday.
Solid choices.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It was a nice, short, sweet interview. Any final words for the guys out there?
A new album is out in 6 days. Oh no, not when this is released. Maybe
it'll be in
probably
few days.
Out in a few days.
Go get it. Check it out.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole album is very divided and very spread out, so there's probably going to be at least one song out there who might speak to you in some ways. I hope so, at least.
Yeah, well, the album is out on the 26th of October, and I've been Jack for Midlands Motorheads Radio. This has been Normandie. Thank you very much for your time.
Incredible. I've never seen anything like this. Thank you so much.